Hi everybody, welcome back to Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2019 and a quick beginner's guide to the weapons I think you should consider starting when you open up the custom loadouts. Now when you first start playing you can't choose your own weapons, you have to use the default ones, so use the ones down the bottom when you go into the game, and the AK is the one to use. Okay, use the AK weapon, it's really cool. But once you get past, I think it's level 4, you can then go into the custom loadout and you can start leveling up your weapons. And the way that it works in Call of Duty is the more you use a weapon, the more attachments become available, the more powerful in fact it kind of gets, which I know doesn't seem fair. You think that as a beginner you wouldn't be left behind by everybody else, but that's the way it is. So let's go into the first weapon I think you should play around with, and that is the M4A1. This is an assault rifle, and it's the sensible choice. It's relatively easy to control in terms of recoil. It's pretty accurate. It's good at close, medium, and kind of okay at longer ranges. And it'll sort you out most things. It's weak very close up against things like shotguns and SMGs, and at very long range against things like snipers, but for everything else it's pretty good. And these are the attachments I think you should work towards. Now remember, you won't be able to unlock these all at once. You've got to keep using the gun, killing people, and eventually you'll be able to unlock them. The first one is the 1mW laser. This improves your hipfire accuracy. So it means that when you slide around a corner and there's somebody there in front of you, and you can pull the trigger without aiming down sights, and your gun will be more accurate than if it didn't have this laser on. Also, it's the low power laser, so it doesn't give away your position in the way that the other ones do. Now, my choice of optic may well be a little bit controversial in the fact that I like using in Modern Warfare 2019, a really strong optic on my assault rifle at 3.5 times. Now lots of other people will say no, use a red dot or a hollow, and by all means play with those and give them a go. I found though, especially with this particular gun, that, well, there's two reasons why I like using the 3.5 times. It enables me to compete better at medium and longer ranges with the sniper rifles and the DMRs and the other people using assault rifles. But I also really like the way the game looks through a magnifying optic. Now I know that's crazy, but for me, playing Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2019 isn't really about winning all the time or trying to win all the time, and get to the top of the leaderboard. It's about having fun and enjoying the look of the game, and I think this game looks amazing through this optic. When you're using an optic like this, you have to concentrate on centering as you're moving them around the map. So what that means is you need to make sure that your crosshairs, your hipfire crosshairs, are always where you think the next enemy might be. So on the edge of that wall, coming through that door, on that objective, so that when you pull the left trigger to aim down sight, you're going to be on them straight away and you can start firing, because obviously with a magnifying optic it takes a while to scan from left to right, unlike with something like a red dot where you can move the aim around very quickly. But I really like the Cronin. It takes quite a long time to unlock it. A good other option actually is the well, I don't know, it takes quite a lot to unlock. There is a hybrid optic as well where you can switch between a red dot and a, where is it? Scout. That one, the integral hybrid. You can swap between a red dot and the 3.25 times. To be honest though, the problem with that is it gives you something else that you have to do. Another button to press. And I would say no, don't bother. Just go with the 3.5 times. But see how you get on. You may well find a red dot is better for you. It's all down to personal choice. Perk, sleight of hand, absolutely top tier perk, this one. The ability to change ammunition really quick, to change magazines. Until you've got this perk, you'll probably find yourself dying a lot of time when you're reloading. You'll shoot someone, you go to reload and someone will run around the corner and kill you. In Call of Duty, when you're going to reload, always go behind cover. Don't just do it out in the open or where you've just killed somebody, and always pause a little bit if you think there might be other enemies coming. But the sleight of hand, you can change magazine really quick. For me, that's the one to use. The rear stippled grip tape. Now this one takes quite a long time to unlock, but the beauty with this tape on your gun is that it improves your aim down sight speed, which has been slowed down a bit by the fact that we've used that that sight, and it also improves your sprint to fire speed. So when you're running fast across the map and then all of a sudden you see an enemy and pull the left trigger to aim down sight, this grip will allow you to do that faster, and you'll be able to get onto target faster and hopefully take them out. And then finally I use the Merc foregrip. Again, this one takes a while to unlock, and I use this again because it improves my hip fire accuracy even more, so it tightens it up, which, because obviously I'm using that magnified sight, I'm going to be hip firing quite a lot in close quarters, but it also helps on recoil control. And the problem you have is when you're using an assault rifle fully automatic to engage targets at distance, you know the recoil can bounce you off target and increase your time to kill. So I like using the Merc foregrip because it kind of helps on both the things. Negative side of it is that you can't strafe as fast, and you aim down sight slower, but again that's why we've got that stipple grip to help speed it up. So there we go, that's my M4A1 with its rather flash gold camo as well. Amazing, really fun gun to use. Now, as I said, that's the sensible option. Oh, and then I use the pillar as the secondary, so perks, EOD, Ghost, and Battle Hardened, Semtex, and Smoke Grenade. So the next gun you should concentrate on is an SMG, which is the MP5. Now, the MP5 being a submachine gun, what it gives you, that they don't really talk about here, and they don't really talk about in the game, is increased mobility. When you're running around with like a pistol or a submachine gun, you can move around the map so much faster, and you can jump further, which means that your free running bit, your parkour bit, generally sliding around and going around the map is more fun as well. So that's why I think it's really important to have an SMG that you start leveling up and enjoy playing with it, because it's very much a different game style to the assault rifle style. Which the assault rifle style, sure, you can run and gun, but with the SMGs, it's even better. You can jump from vehicles onto buildings, jump through windows, and take lots of alternate routes around the map. Basically, if you see a ledge or you see something, try and jump on it and then jump from there to somewhere else, and you'll be amazed how many times you can do that when you've got an SMG equipped, where maybe with the assault rifle you can't quite make it. The attachments I fit are similar to the M4. I go with the 1mW laser to improve hip fire. I don't put an optic on my MP5. I just like the look of it without the optic. I tend to be engaging people at closer range, close to medium range with the MP5. So yeah, I just don't bother putting an optic on it, and I don't want that penalty of a slower aim down sight speed, because the whole point of a submachine gun is I'm running and gunning, I'm sliding around corners, I'm hip firing, I'm snapping the gun up to take them out. And a big weakness of the MP5 is its strength is its fast rate of fire. But the problem with that is when you're engaging targets at medium to long range, you can burn through an entire clip trying to kill somebody and not hit them. So anyway, I don't go with the optic. I do, however, go with the close quarters stock, which speeds up my aim down sight speed even faster, so I can snap up and start shooting them. Sleight of hand, of course, for increased reload speed, because for the MP5 it's incredibly slow without that. Gosh. Stippled grip tape, again, faster aim down sight speed, faster sprint to fire speed when I'm running around. Aiming stability isn't that good, but aiming stability is when you're looking down the sight before you fire, how much it wanders around. Don't really care, it's a fully automatic weapon. As soon as I start firing, it's going to be bouncing around everywhere anyway. And then finally, I put the Merc foregrip on it. Again, same reason, gives me better hip fire accuracy for when I'm sliding around, and better recoil when I'm trying to engage those medium range targets with the MP5. So there we go, lovely weapon. Pillar, EOD, Ghost, the Battle Hardened, Semtex, and my Smoke Grenade. I guess I tell you what, we'll talk about one more weapon. So I think you do need to give this a go, and that's the 7.25 double-barreled shotgun. This thing is a beast. It's probably been nerfed a dozen times by the time you come to watch this video, but up close, one-shot kill. and because you can fire both barrels really quickly, you know, one after the other, often it's a 2-shot kill, even at kind of medium range. It's great fun to play with. I put the laser on it for better sprint to fire speed. I put the Cronin stock on it for faster walking movement speed, so that's quite unusual. So that's for strafing, so when I'm coming around corners with it aimed up, I can see people better. Sleight of hand, really fast reload. You know, you fire off 2 shots, bang bang, cut 2 new shells in there. The steady grip gives me quicker aim down sight speed and quicker sprint to fire speed. And I use the Merc foregrip for better recoil control. I'm not quite sure, and better aim down sight speed. Not quite sure why I've got that equipped, really. Probably don't need it. It's a beast of a gun. It's incredibly fun, especially in things like free-for-all. I'd recommend it. So there we go. There's 2 main guns to try. Start off with the M4, level up your MP5, and if you want some fun, use the 725. Anyway, that's enough for me. If you've got any questions or comments, put them down below. If you've enjoyed the video, hit like. If you want to see more of the same, press subscribe, and I will see you again soon.